Hey fairies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Arisha Andrea. So today I'm going to be giving you guys the ins and outs and all my secrets to just show you guys how I get my frontals and my wig to just stay nice and put all day, and to get my frontals so flat on my head. I've been getting a ton of questions of how I get my frontals to look so natural, how I get them to look so real, as well as how I get them to, not how to get them to, but how do I take my wigs off at nighttime if I do take them off. Sometimes I like to keep my wigs on a little bit longer than others, because if I know I really like a wig that I made, I'll keep it on for a pretty good amount of time. But if it's like a wig that I'm just doing just because, I'll probably just put it on and then take it off at nighttime. But I do show you guys how I lay my frontals down. I do show you guys how I get my frontals to lay so flat on my head, and I also show you guys how I take off my wigs whenever I do so. So if you guys are interested in seeing this video, then definitely stay tuned, as well as turn on that notification button so that you guys always get my uploads, and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so my hair is freshly washed and air dried. I didn't do anything to it, put any product in it, because I knew that I wanted to come on and do this video specifically today, just show you guys how I apply my wigs and have them laid and slayed, you know. So my hair is pretty much dry, so I probably should have let it be wet a little bit, but it's fine. I can just still, you know, work around it. So before anyone has anything to say about this, to each his own and you guys' own preference. So first thing I'm gonna do is be gelling back my hair so that it stays, you know, flat and everything underneath my wigs. This tutorial is mainly for people that have short hair like myself, you know, probably 1.5 inch or a little bit longer, no more than probably 4 or 5 inches, no more than that, because I just feel like it's just easier for me to just do my wigs, apply my wigs without wig caps, because I just feel like it's really extra and it's not necessary for short hair. That's just how I think, it's just how I, you know, feel. This mainly just is how I do my frontal application. So I'm going to be using some Gorilla Snot gel. Some of you may have your own opinions about me using this, but like I said, you can use whatever gel you want. It's not really specifically to apply the wig, it's just to gel my hair back. So this is what I'm going to be using. And I like to use the Sport Edition. I mean, I've never tried the other one, so I don't really know what that one is like, but I'm going to use this one because this just really keeps my hair down. My hair is curly. I have a texturized right now, but it's pretty much, you know, my hair has bounced back to its original state with the curls. So this is the only thing that really holds my hair down without curling up. So that's why I use it. I used to use the Eco Styler gel all the time, but it just doesn't hold my hair how I need it to underneath my wig. So I'm just going to be using this on my edges. Ariel, can I help you? Dang, you always want to come around when I'm trying to do something. So I'm basically just going to put this on my edges. I'm not really going to put it all over my hair because it's not necessary, because I just need it to be sleek on my edges part. And I'm just going to take this little brush that I have and just slick it back. Okay, now, so usually I will go ahead and start my makeup while this dries a little bit, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it in a different order. So I'm just going to dry it with a blow dryer instead. So that's just what I'm going to do right now until I feel like it's dry and not so wet and tacky. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply my wig, but I just need to go and clap my wig. Okay, so this wig I made myself, of course. It's a white wigs frontal, and then Annabelle bundles. I said that's so country, Annabelle. Annabelle bundle. So I went long with this, guys. I went real long with this. So this is 5 bundles and a closure. Yes, when I say I stuffed this hair in there, I stuffed this hair in there. I did double tracks all the way up until I got to the top, and then at the top I did single tracks. So it's 2 bundles of 28, 126, 124, 122, and then the frontal is a 20-inch. So enough talking about the wig. Let me just put the wig on. Okay, so I had to get a little bit closer. Let me like back up a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm about to just clamp this back because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is cut your lace. All this extra, we don't need. And this is exactly what I mean by the wide wigs frontals, because it blends right in with my hairline. Like, come on, like seriously, it's like fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to cut my frontal to my hairline. So you can use scissors for this part, but I'm gonna use a razor because I just like the jagged edges of the razor, because no one's hairline is like super straight. So I like to use the razor, and it makes the lines a little bit more natural looking. So if you guys don't have experience with a razor, definitely make sure that you use scissors. But I'm gonna use a razor. And if you guys like hear my air conditioning, it's like really hot outside. It's like 72 today. Like, that's crazy. It's been like 50 something all week, and then today I'm gonna sprout and be 72. So it's a little bit hot in my house. So the air conditioning is on, and I do apologize if you guys can hear like a humming. But yeah, now I'm going to just cut the lace to my natural hairline. And if you do use a razor or decide to use a razor, make sure that you're pulling the lace and cutting, and not like cutting on your hair, because we don't need to look like a Halloween tutorial up in here. Okay, so now I've gotten to the edge, and I'm going to cut the lace to my ear shape. So my ear, beginning of my ear starts here. So I'm just going to section off the hair that I'm most likely, I don't know why I'm doing it like that. I'm like knotting the hair. So I'm just going to section off the lace where it's like super extra. You don't want to cut your bundles, you just want to make sure that you're cutting your lace. I'm going to tuck the extra behind my ear. So I'm going to grab my scissors and cut to my ear shape. And this is like extra. I usually have to cut mine because my head is like so small. So if your head is a little bit bigger than mine, you don't have to really do that part, but usually people have to do it because they give you extra lace because they don't know how big or small someone's head circumference is. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull it down, and perfect. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, now it's cut, so now we're going to take some makeup and put it on the inside of the lace. So let me just take this off, and I'm just gonna go grab some powder foundation and put that on the actual lace. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my Sephora Micro Smooth powder and just like this dense brush, and I'm just gonna pack a lot of the color on, and then I like to just put it in the inside of the lace. This makes it so that you don't have to do the stocking cap on short hair, and no matter where you part your hair, it would just blend in with your natural scalp, because this is a powder that is the same color at your skin. So when I lay it down, everything looks super good and blended in with my skin. So I'm gonna take my trusty Got2b gel. Here's the thing about this gel, okay? Because so many people have problems with it and so many people don't like to use it. I love to use it. I just think this is the only thing that really holds down my hair like all day without it lifting up or moving or anything. But the key to using it is like literally taking the smallest amount of gel and putting a very small amount on your hairline. And you literally seriously need the Got2b glued spray because you need it to get really tacky. If you have one without the other, it's not really gonna do it justice. Like, it's not going to be really tacky and, you know, allow your frontals to stay on all day without it getting all flaky and crusty and all that stuff. Like, you need this and you need this both together for it to be good. And you only need a small amount of this, and I like to section it off in different sections. Like, I'll work here, then I'll let that dry, and I'll work here and then move on to the other side. Like, I don't just do the whole hairline at once because it's too much. So you really have to take your time when you're using this. You could always just use like the actual lace frontal glue. I'm not about that life. Like, I just like this guy because once I wash my face at nighttime, my whole hairline just comes off and my wig comes off. So that's the only thing. Like, it's activated with water, so once you put water on it, it slips right off. So at nighttime when I'm ready to go to bed and take my wig off, I just wash my face, make sure I kind of work up my face wash in my hairline, and it slips right off. It's super easy. And yeah, and I clean my lace with dry shampoo. Let me grab it so you guys can know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I had to go and grab it, but this is what I use to clean my lace. This is like literally God. Okay, back to the tutorial. But I'm gonna take a little bit of the Got2b, and I'm gonna start out, I like to start with my middle section first. So I'm just going to put it before my hairline. That's another thing. Some people like to start it back here. No, because that means that the whole lace is going to be behind my hairline. That's how you start to get that gooky looking, you know, cracky looking type of lace. We don't need that right now. We're going to put it in front of our hairline. So I'm just going to put a little bit, just a little bit. You should barely be able to even see it. Okay, so now we're gonna take our glue spray and only spray a little bit of this. We're gonna take the blow dryer and we're gonna let it dry for specifically 12 seconds. Just trust me when I say it, because you don't want it to be too dry, you don't want it to be too wet. So 12 seconds I have discovered is like the perfect time. So yeah. So now we're going to pull the lace up to the front, making sure that we have any of the hairs off of the lace because we don't want it to get attached. And now we're going to apply the lace. For the first few seconds, I just like to hold it here, and then I'll just push down on the lace, not onto my skin, but onto the lace, and push it down. Then I'll just hold it, and then I'll dry it again for 10 seconds this time, on low, not high. Now I'm going to take my rat tooth comb, which is this guy, and I'm going to take the ends, and now I'm going to press that lace down to make sure it is all nice and secure. Okay, so now we're just going to do the same process on the whole entire hairline, and I'm probably just going to fast forward this part because it's just that easy. And we're going to come back and clean all of this, and I'm going to show you guys how I clean off my forehead. Okay, so the frontal is on. And it's on pretty good. So now I'm just going to clean up all the little shiny areas. So that is a huge no. We do not want that. But do you guys see this hairline though? Do you see this hairline? Okay. Excuse me, white wigs. Okay, so this is a no. That's a no. So one of the things that is a huge secret of mine that, I mean, it's not really a secret, but I like to put on my frontals first, and then I'll do my makeup, and then I will come back to my frontal and do my baby hairs and do all that stuff. So first I'm just going to clean up my hairline. So a lot of people like to use alcohol. Not I, because y'all know how sensitive my skin is. So instead of using alcohol, I'll use cleansing water. This is Sephora's cleansing water, but you could use the micellar cleansing water from Neutrogena. Was it Neutrogena? Garnier? Whoever, I know a drugstore company sells a micellar water, so you could definitely just use that one. But first I'm going to take it on like a little cotton pad, and I'm just going to take care of the big areas and try not to, because like I said, when I wash my face, the glue does start to come up. So you want to just be careful around getting too close, because we are going to use eyeshadow to kind of blend that in later. But for now, we're just going to get like the big areas, like this one for instance. So I'm just going to fold it in half and start to clean. I'm actually going to take a little bit on a Q-tip because I want to be a little bit more careful. There you go, it's a little bit better. Now for the most part we got like all the shininess up, but like I said, we're going to fix that a little bit more later after. I'm trying to make sure I get all of that up though. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna fix that later. But for now, we're just going to leave it as is, and we're just going to put a scarf on to make sure that it really lays down and dries a little bit more if need be. So I'm just gonna take like this little wrap scarf, I got it from the beauty supply store, and we're gonna put this on and then do our makeup, and then we're going to come back. Okay, so I finished my makeup, so now I'm just going to come back and do my little baby hair just to blend in with my hairline. It is like so hot. Like, give me 1 second because it's like literally burning up in here. Okay guys, so I've come back, I've did my makeup and I've come back and I took my little scarf off. So now I'm just going to show you guys how I do my little baby hair and just blend in. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, I really don't have to do that because I feel like I nailed my, let me bring my mirror over. I feel like I nailed my application, and I feel like because I've been doing it for a while now, like the technique that I showed you guys, I don't really have to do baby hair, but I guess I'll just do like a little bit. I don't really like to do too much, only because I don't feel like it's necessary. Like technically I really didn't need to, I can't talk. Technically I really don't need to do baby hair, but I'll just do like a little bit, just for people that like to do it. And then I'll show you guys how I lay my frontal down a little bit more. So let me just slick this down a little bit. So I know before that I was using this little brush when I was doing my baby hair, but this actually is a little bit hard. I found it's just a little bit too hard for creating my baby hair just looking like nice. So I've been using an old toothbrush, and I'm gonna take that same Gorilla Knot gel and the Sport Edition, and I'm just gonna put like a little bit on the back of my hand. I don't need anything too crazy, like about that much. And I'm just gonna, I guess I can do this part. So I'm just gonna take my toothbrush, take a little bit of the Gorilla Knot gel, and start to do my little swoop. There it is. So just so you guys know, white wigs already comes with pre-plucked hairline, so their baby hair are always there without you having to even make the baby hair, which is too clutch because I be's lazy sometimes. I be's the lazy. So I'll do that one. I'm mainly just gonna focus it where my hairline starts to be get really weird, and that's like on my sides, like these two sides. So I'll probably mainly focus it there. So I'm gonna do a little bit. Yeah, using a toothbrush is so much better. I just felt like the brush that I was using before was just pulling the hair a little bit too much for my liking, and it just looked like fake, you know, if you look close up. Like on camera it looked fine, but in person it looked like pretty fake. But I feel like with using the toothbrush it looks a little bit more natural. So I'm not really gonna do this side because this is actually my hair. This is my baby hair. So I don't really need to do that part. And then if we move on to this side, let me move my mirror over to this angle. So this side, this is actually makeup. See if I can get that off. I think I got it off, yeah. So these all are my natural baby hair. Like I have a ton of natural baby hair already, so I don't really need to do too much with this. So let's just do this area because I told you my hairline gets really weird in this area. So just gonna do a little bit over her, like so. And that's my natural baby hair. So I only did like 3 little swoops of baby hair. So now I'm gonna move on to show you guys how I like to lay my frontals down and get them so sleek. So we are gonna take it all the way back. We're taking it all the way back to when we first started to straighten our hair with the hot comb. Yes, we are taking it back to the hot comb. So I've been using a hot comb. Like I said, I've been doing this technique for about like 2 weeks now. So I like to experiment. I like to experiment with things first before I come on camera and do them now, only because I just want to make sure it's, you know, right and all that stuff. So I've been using it with this and it's been bomb. So what I like to do is, this is how I get my frontals to lay so flat. I just basically take it and run it. Make sure that you avoid your ear because we are not trying to take it to flashback 1995 when my mom would always burn my ears off. Yeah, I don't have my gauges in right now. Sorry if this like grosses you guys out, but I'm gonna put them in later. I'm just letting my ears breathe for a while. So I just basically like to just take the hot comb and just comb it through the frontal. Don't leave it on the frontal for too long because you don't want the heat to get to your hair, or to your head, should I say. And I'm just literally combing it through. And that is how we are getting this drawn to start to look a lot more natural and a lot more movement in the frontal. I don't know if sometimes, I have to fix that part. I don't know if sometimes you guys feel like your frontals are like super stiff. Not really stiff, but like they're so bulky that it's like there's no movement, and this is what creates that movement with my frontals. So I already have my little part made right here. So I'm mainly gonna make it so that it is going with the part, but you just want to comb it through to make sure it is all nice and flat, and we are creating some movement with this drawn. Now I'm gonna do it on this side. Make sure you're being careful around the ear, and make sure that you're not really messing up your baby hair and the hard work that we just did. Okay, so the hot comb, you don't really need to run it through too much. It's not like you're gonna burn the hair, but it's not really it's just really not necessary to keep running it through. So the last thing that I like to do is straighten my hair. I think I need to change my camera, not my camera, but I think I need to change my lens so that you guys can see, you know, all the hair. So I'll just be right back, and I'll just change my lens to the bigger lens that I have, and yeah. Okay, so we are back with the bigger lens. So now I'm just going to straighten the hair. I mean, the hair is already straight, but you know, I just really want it like sleek. Like I want it like sleek. So I'm just going to part it off, and let me see if I can find my, and now I'm just gonna brush the hair and start to straighten it. This is just like pretty, you know, self-explanatory. It's nothing like really crazy. I'm just brushing the hair through, and then I'm just gonna take my flat iron and just rake it through. And yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this part. And I know people are always asking me what kind of flat iron this is. This is the blow dry 1-inch flat iron. This flat iron is the best flat iron I think I've ever had in my entire life. Like seriously, no jokes. And yeah, I'm just going to fast forward through this part because it's just like literally all I'm doing is just straighten the hair. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do is take this Sebastian Shaper hairspray. I really do like this hairspray because it holds my, not holds my hair, but it basically tames all the little flyaways that I have on the frontal, and it basically keeps it in place so that I don't have like those little flyaways, but it's like the little hairs that like stick up from the frontal. Yeah, this definitely takes care of that. So I like to just spray this wherever I see any flyaways so that my hair is super duper sleek. And look how flat this is laying, guys. Like, woo, yes. So hey guys, I'm just gonna do a voiceover just to show you guys how I take off my lace at nighttime. So this is just me at night. I'm super tired. I'm just ready to go to bed, and I'm just taking off my lashes. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and use my cleansing oil. This is the Fresh Seaberry Nutrition cleansing oil. I'm like seriously obsessed with this cleansing oil. Basically, I just put the oil about 4 pumps onto my hands, and then I just rub it onto my face. And then all you have to do is just activate it with a little bit of water just to get the cleansing oil to start to work. But I work this in my eyelashes and it's everywhere on my face. And then I start to move on to the hairline, and then I just start to massage the oil into the hairline, and then that's how the hairline just starts to slip off like nothing, and then my wig is off. So I went and put my gauges in. They're roses. Do you guys like them? I probably have to like get in closer so you guys can like see, but I want you guys to see my gauges. They're so freaking cute. Okay, I think you can see it now. Yeah, you can. Aren't they cute? They're so freaking cute. I know. I really do like them. I love them. Okay, so let me back up and then finish this freaking tutorial. I love this hair because I've been wearing this hair for about 4 days now. I put it in probably on Thursday, and today is Sunday, so it's been 4 days straight. I haven't taken it off at all. So when I made this video, I've been wearing it consistently since the day I made the video, and I will say that this hair is so freaking nice to the point where I went to the club, I sweat, my back was sweaty, everything was sweaty and everything, and the hair still didn't like get tangly. Like it was wet. Like you guys, I don't know if you guys know like what I mean by like the wet hair. It wasn't obviously drenched in, you know, it wasn't drenched, but it was like sometimes when you sweat with weave, the weave gets seriously nasty, and it's like you can't even like rake your fingers through. This hair you can rake your fingers through. So when I was there and it was hot, obviously I'm sweating, I was still able to like try to like, you know, make the hair look presentable. And you know, I could still rake my fingers through the hair. Obviously I was getting a little bit of knots because the hair was sweated out or whatever, but once I got home, I just brushed it out and then I flat ironed it and it went back to brand new again. So I will say that about this hair, that it is good quality to the point where you can make the hair bounce back like it's brand new again. Obviously the white wigs frontals always slay every single day. You know, I have zero complaints with the white wigs frontals. Like, they're just always super duper bomb. So if you guys enjoyed me letting you guys see the ins and outs and the secrets revealed of how I install my wigs, as well as how I take my wigs off at nighttime, definitely thumbs up this video. And I love doing these informative, every detail possible videos for you guys, because I have no secrets. I have no secrets to hold back. You know, I'm always here to help you guys and I'm always willing to help you guys. So if you guys really do like that I do videos like this, definitely thumbs up this video, because that's how I really see if you guys like my content or not. Like, that's how I'm able to be like, okay, I'm gonna continue to do videos like this because they are loving it. But if you guys aren't thumbsing up, then I really don't know if you guys like them or not. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.